sometimes I record things like this, but I never post. And I would say there's about maybe 70 of what I'm about to do right now. And that is kind of talk about something that's in the news, maybe, or will soon be out of the news. You know, thinking about that UPS driver that lost his life yesterday or the day before yesterday or whatever have you. So we got a UPS driver who gets held hostage and is driven around for 20 miles at around maybe 35 miles per hour chase, which is a very, it's a very short chase. And there are 5 agencies that responded to this. So in order for 5 agencies to come into, one territory, we're talking about officers that are driving a minimum of 100 miles an hour, risking the lives of many, many, many people. I don't understand why is it that, okay, we have a guy who's fleeing and you're in a county and then they move to another county. So now that county is chasing along with the original county. So I guess if they make it to the 3rd county, then that 3rd county then is chasing. You have the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd county. They done made it past all these districts. So you have an influx of a massive amounts of cars. So now what do? They make it out of 20. In 20 miles, you have 5 different counties they went through, or were other counties hearing about this and just like jumping in their cars like firemen to fight the fire? There was a time when there was all these battles in the early 1900s with the fire department. They were like going, like battling each other and just trying so hard to be the ones to fight the fire. It seems like we're like in a stalled century or something where we are now going into counties to help. The guy, you don't even got to drive through the county. And now I gotta get in my vehicle, and I gotta risk the lives of all the citizens while I'm flying 100 miles an hour to help out people in another county. And I'm probably watching it live on my cell phone and listening to the radio. So we got distracted drivers flying at 100 miles an hour to help out other officers. That's a lot of government. That's a lot happening here. And now we have a guy who has 2 children that are never gonna see him come home. UPS driver's children and his wife are never gonna see their father again over some freaking what was it over? It was over the fact that you chose to run. You chose to run. Now you die. This had nothing to do with the fact that there was shots fired at a location and then and also robbery in progress. That's BS. This is about if you run, you will die. It's freaking Ridiculous. They could have did so much more better to the it could have been so much better to get these guys in custody and have them spend the next 20 years working in a prison, providing a job for a correction officer or whatever have you. I mean, did they even try to say anything but start shooting? I mean, the guys probably, as soon as they got to that block where there was nowhere to run, because I was thinking the white truck that was in front of them made a path where they could have just gunned it and just start hurting people with that truck and just move. They could have moved trucks out of the way. They were probably trying to give up. And then the cops just started bussing, standing legs wide open, like they in the target range. What if my kids was in one of those cars? Somebody's grandmother, somebody's grandfather could have been in those cars. I think a grandfather did die. 70-year-old man, I believe. He dies. What is the world coming to that I haven't seen any true outrage about this. I am outraged that we are living in a world where they were supposed to, when he got blocked off, they were supposed to surround that whole entire truck, surround that shit, and make everybody run out their cars. Get out of your car now. Move these cars. They would have been telling people, get out of the car now. And they would have been right there surrounding that. Surrender right now. Knowing this person has a hostage, you just don't even care about the hostage any longer. The hostage is obsolete now. No more getting hostages and trying to care about human life. Are we truly living in a video game? Are we truly living in a video game? This was video game activities. People have been disconnected for far too long. It's gone. It's out of control. It's shameful. So what if the guys would have ran into a train station? Ran into a bus station? The people in the bus station got to lose their lives for some guys that couldn't even pull off the robbery correctly because the owner started sharing busting shots with them? And what's that about with the owner busting shots? That stuff is insured. That stuff is insured. What's going on here? Don't get me wrong. Somebody pulls out a gun on you, you should have the right to defend yourself, man. And if you feel that maybe he didn't feel that he was protecting the merchandise, maybe he felt that he was protecting his own life. So I respect that. Come on. These criminals, they out here, pulling out guns and endangering the lives of hardworking people because their lives are shit and they are, whatever the case is, whatever their background is, however, whatever led them to do this crime, whatever events unfolded, they were met by a demise that I don't even really care that these guys who held up the store for some insured property, okay, that hijacked the. Well, what happened to their car? Where did their car go? You mean what they got into the shootout and dropped their keys? Like, did the getaway driver just leave them? Where is the camera of this block and how did this all happen? Or do we just accept that two people died? The streets gotta eat. Well, actually, that's not how the streets eat. The streets with them, actually, they are what represents the street having to eat. But here's the thing. The children of this man will have their education paid for. Something that he was already working hard to do. And these children will hopefully have their therapy paid for. But they got a son and a daughter, I believe, that have no father. It's like you could give the family $15 million So what? So what? So what? What if that was my kids in those cars? These cops just started busting shots. They actually make movies when what's the OK Corral and stuff like that, where they actually make movies that demonstrate the moments when scenes like this happen. Why are we living these things out over? It feels like some sort of sick script, and the script just keeps on adding just more gore, adding just more lives in danger. It's just, I know people are slow to move, especially when you're in your vehicle. You feel safe. You don't want to jump out of your car and get shot, so you're trying to hope that the car in front of you just moves fast enough so you can go forward. Whereas if just one car is stalled out of there, one person is stepping on the brake and don't know how to move the foot off the brake, because you get tunnel vision in this situation. Each one of those cops appear to have tunnel vision, which might be thankful because not more people were killed. But to surround this vehicle and to say that they were shot at first doesn't make sense, because they would have plowed through that little bit of space they had. And you know, if you hit a corner at 35 miles an hour in that box truck, you're going to tip the truck over. So it wasn't a high-speed chase. And then to say that they shot first, where's the proof in that? And what happened to their getaway vehicle? What is going on? What is happening? It feels like, once again, mainstream media is setting a narrative that if you run from the police, it doesn't matter about human lives any longer. It's about winning. It's about law enforcement winning. It reminds me of that damn speech from the Bush guy. Oh, when the Bush said, "We will be victorious," where we are going to live in a land, and this land is going to be where law, rules and all that. Wow, it's happened. It's not happening. It's not about to happen. It's happened. And the people are just like, all right. His kids will be fine. And it's like, that's why I don't want to hear anything about reparations. Don't tell me nothing about reparations, that it can't happen, because these people are about to pay this family $15 million, but possibly minimum, and the taxpayers got to pay that. And people are not up in arms about that. So you're telling me you guys won't get those new library desks? And the kids at the library you're gonna have to work out these dirty rugs. We were supposed to change them last year, but it's out of the budget because we have to keep paying for all of that happens with law enforcement. Man, I mean, to see those officers just shoot in the street like that, wow. Like, it was 200 shots. So if they said it was 200, it's probably more. I mean, what did you do? You just unload, reload, and then they were ducking behind cars. That got to be, if there's a civilian in a car, your objective should be to secure the civilian, not to annihilate your target. Oh my God, my stomach turns thinking about how sick and vicious. And now we got to pay for the 7 cops out of 20 that are going to need major therapy over this shit, who's going to beat their wives, who's going to abuse their children and all this kind of stuff. Now we got to suffer from that. Is that butterfly? Anyway, I'm pulled up over to a place where I'm gonna go have a drink, and this thing, it's in my mind heavy. It's like, it bothers me. It bothers me that people are just thinking that you can be this violent and it's not a big deal. You can be this violent and it's not a big deal. Hey, yo, Taps around? Taps. Where's Taps?
Taps been gone, man.
How long he been gone? What you mean been gone?
Been gone. He got drunk and left.
Oh, he got drunk and left. Okay.
Yeah, about what time is it now?
Maybe 2:30.
Like 1 o'clock.
Like 1 o'clock? Okay.
Call me. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
So what's up? You alright?
Yeah, I'm happy, man. You know, I'm trying to make it in this beautiful country. But I'm gonna come holler at you in a minute. In a minute, I'm gonna come holler at you. I'm gonna come back through. No, I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna just I'm doing something real quick on the phone. Man, this place is packed. Yeah, the manager over here, I was like, I don't want to go through all the security and all that if I don't have to. And he's telling me that the manager left. So my attitude is, he said he got me, so he didn't say my name. I was waiting for him to acknowledge my name and all that, which he didn't, because I couldn't remember his. And I think he just couldn't remember mine and just figured he knows me, and that it'll be fine. I don't have to worry about security and all that kind of stuff. Not that I have a problem with security. It's just that, come on, man. I'm just trying to go to the bar, say hello, maybe buy somebody, 2 or 3 people a drink, have something light, and then I'm out of here. I'm thinking about that shooting. Like, to just not care. Like, there got to be some sort of legislation have to happen. Somebody needs to, we need to call, somebody and say, yo, if my children are in a car and they're next to somebody that has a gun, I would like you to secure the children, secure my mother, secure my wife. Don't use me and my family as a shield and then start opening fire like that. That gotta be. I mean, since they want to have a law for everything, right? Everything you do, everywhere you turn, is a law for everything. You're breaking the law every day and do not even know it. You spying on your boyfriend, you spying on your wife, you spying on your spouse, you're going to have a problem. Because if somebody was to look up the laws of certain things, oh my God, you're breaking the law 20, 30 times. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. To just see government just let off like that in the streets. And then the chief of police was like, if you run, then you put other people's lives in danger. I was like, wow. How long until they start selling that t-shirt? How long? I see that t-shirt on one of these cop YouTubers and stuff like that, which I love the cop YouTuber shows. They are you want to learn, you go to YouTube, and YouTube will show you not only how to put up some drywall and change a spark plug, it'll tell you how to talk to police, how to understand what's in their minds and what's going on. And that's how I learned all about indoctrination. And when you're there so young, you become part of this team. That's why you have to that's why I always say, the only way to truly do that is through therapy. These police officers, they need therapy, man. They need therapy because they start sleeping with their gun. They start, talking to it. They start having these visions of wanting to kill. And we have to, make sure that we protect them, because they get them so young, so they become part of a brotherhood. And then a lot of the cops, they're such great, cool, awesome people. They're just regular guys. They're not even accepted by the people in the police department. It's like a hierarchy. It's a real alpha male kind of hierarchy that, it's so difficult to understand unless you've been in gangs and stuff like that, and it's just I have friends that are officers, and we just talk, and they tell me stuff like, like, I don't fit in where I work. They're like, who do I talk to? Because I don't fit in, it's just sad to me. I find it to be really sad that we're not more outraged than that. I feel like we should be so much more outraged. We should be like, what the hell is going on? What's happening here? Why do we allow this many bullets to fly around civilians? There needs to be some protocol. There really needs to be some sort of like policies or some actual constitutional like laws need to be looked at about how civilians are, like this is like war, kind of warfare, and it's like, but here's the thing. If you give a cop an AR-15 and you give him 5 clips, or at least enough room for 5 clips, and you keep on making sure that he makes his, he has to make sure he can shoot. He has to have his eyesight in a certain way. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to be a police officer. It's a lot of pressure, man. And now they even have like that Lara Croft style gun on their thigh. I mean, if you got a gun on your thigh, you're going to want to shoot that gun. No, I don't want no smoke with a cop who got a gun on his thigh. You pull me over with a gun on your thigh, I'm going to get out the car. I'm going to sit on my bumper. And I'm going to let you just, I'm not going to agree to consent, or I'm not going to, do anything like that. But I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problems. These cops, you got a gun on your thigh? And you just pulling people over for making an illegal left turn? Oh, boy. Yes, sir. No, sir. Absolutely. And I'm going to hit him with this one. Here it goes. Look at that. I'll be like, how you doing? How's everything? I'll be like, I like the way you look, man. You look good. You're very handsome. I'll go there. I don't want the smoke. This person is 34 years old and been on the job for 15 years already. How's that even possible? Come on. So I'm outraged. I'm disgusted. But you allowed to use civilian vehicles as a shield? There gotta be a law against that. There has to be a law. There's so many laws. Come on, you lawyers. Come on. That is crazy. He would have followed the white truck if he knew that they were going to start shooting. And then to know that there was a hostage in the vehicle and to shoot that many times. Wow. We keep treating officers like military. Why are we shocked when they act like military? Is what somebody's going to put in the comment section. Wow. Thank you. I'm gonna go get that drink now. Boom.